Welcome to Burgess Funhouse. You can find us on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. Please subscribe and hit the bell to be notified of new videos. Hello Raindrops! I have some more information for you about DreamCloud Paradise, and I told you I would make a video on the different clouds or realms of DreamCloud Paradise, and these are all inspiration photos, so it's not actual in-game footage yet. This is stuff found on their Discord, so I'm just going to read what they posted. The first one is DreamCloud City. It's a place where a famous pop star performs epic concerts, but that's not all. It's filled with massive magical buildings and has the ultimate modern pop star vibe. Cold or warm, day or night, it doesn't matter. This place is always a vibe. Oh, and did I mention the shops? There are so many. You can grab a drink at the boba place, munch on some pizza, pick up flowers, get your caffeine fix at the coffee shop, or even explore the mall. There's so much to do. It's a huge, exciting place that is honestly next level. Literally amazing. And if you look at these pictures, it does look like wonderful. It would be so cool to have a Roblox game if they can even get anywhere close to what these inspiration pictures look like. It's going to be absolutely beautiful and magical. This DreamCloud City would probably be one of my favorite realms just from the look and style of it. And I do really think it's cool that they're going to have a famous pop star sing. The only thing that they've kind of released about that pop star is that this pop star also has a twin. So I find that really interesting too. So we'll have to see. But so far, those sneak peeks I shared in my last video of the buildings that they've already created already look really amazing too. So I really feel like they're going to do a great job at coming close to these inspiration pictures. Okay, the next one is called Sleepy Desert. Best known for its ability to lull anyone to sleep, the Sleepy Desert is a place of endless comfort. The soft golden sands and the gentle breeze make it the perfect spot to drift off into a peaceful slumber. It's said that the desert can hear your wishes as you sleep, and some believe it even has the power to grant them. So be careful what you wish for. It might just come true. But be warned, once you fall asleep, time seems to slip away, and you may wake up in a different place, as if the desert itself has shifted your dreams. The slumbering oasis with its glowing water tempts wanderers to rest, but the deeper you sleep, the harder it becomes to tell dreams from reality. So this one, it definitely gives me Aladdin vibes just from some of the pictures and the way, you know, obviously it has them riding on a magic carpet and everything, but I think that is a really cool idea to have that type of cloud or realm inside of a Roblox game. It's not something that I have really seen yet, so that is super exciting to imagine and see. And I love that it's totally different from the first realm we just talked about. The next one is called Nostalgica, the Dreamlike Forest. A magical realm where childhood dreams thrive. Here, memories of who you truly are flood back, and with each step you discover more about yourself as if you know yourself after you forgot your memories. Hot air balloons float lazily through the sky, bubbles drift by, and everything you could ever wish for as a child is here. Talking toys, endless games like hopscotch and jump rope, and rewards that seem to appear out of nowhere. You get money for playing such amazing games. It's so incredible it almost feels unreal. This is a place you'll never want to leave. It's impossibly beautiful, perfect in every way, but what if something else is holding you here? Something you haven't yet noticed, pulling you deeper into an enchanting grip. Something bad? So that's really interesting to know that maybe there's something kind of tricking you into staying here, maybe tricking you into loving it. That's really cool premise to think about. And with the whole thing that they have with the goddess of good and the goddess of evil. So that will be interesting to see how it all kind of relates. But again, this cloud is very different than the first two that we've seen so far. So it's really interesting that these different clouds have totally different personalities and pictures, so it's all going to feel truly unique when you travel to a new place. So I really like that in the game. It's not going to be all kind of just the same thing over and over and over. And on each cloud you're going to have different NPCs and different quests that you're going to do. So I really feel like it's going to feel like you're traveling to total new planets, not just a different part of one world. So it seems really exciting. I can't wait to see what these are going to be, and hopefully we'll find out a little bit more about those and get to see a little bit more in-game footage as well. Since this is a fairly new game, it might be a while for that, but that's okay. Okay, and for our next cloud, it is called Thelassara. It's a mysterious realm where mermaids, sirens, and countless other mystical creatures call home. The atmosphere is eerie yet undeniably breathtaking, with a magical glow that makes the entire place feel unreal. The waters ripple with secrets, and though the people, fish, sharks, and more are welcoming, not everything is as it seems. Mermaids and sirens have long been feared, labeled as dangerous beings, but not all of them are evil. Some are forced to hide their true nature, blending in because being themselves isn't exactly allowed. Beneath the surface, a quiet struggle brews. The water may be calm, but the leader of this cloud is anything but that. For this, you guys can create a massive cloud completely submerged in water with a dreamy little beach floating above it. Something surreal, something hauntingly beautiful. This one definitely makes me think of The Little Mermaid, but more of where her secret little cove is, where she would hide all her human things. So that's kind of interesting. It's one of my favorite Disney movies. But I like that it's totally different, and this one's an underwater realm, so that's going to be interesting to see how that one works in relation to the other ones. And we have seen some games that have underwater realms, so that's something that's definitely doable. But I think so far it looks absolutely beautiful, and of course, who doesn't love mermaids? So that's going to be really exciting to see. Okay, so next I wanted to do a little bit more about some facts and do some question and answering that I had with the game manager Elysia. So this is the character of the day. It says super sweet, gentle, and always reminding you to hydrate, but something feels familiar. Have you seen them in your dreams, or is it just the fairy dust in your head? So I'm thinking this character is one of the fairies that we talked about in my last video, where I was discussing how you start the game, the entrance to the game, and you meet two fairies. I feel like this is one of them. So I'm hoping they'll release a little bit more information about the next one, but this inspiration art looks so beautiful. It makes me super excited to see what these are going to look like in game. Okay, so now for the main question and answering part, where we had facts from Elysia. The first one is, what do you want people to know most about DCP or DreamCloud Paradise? The thing that's the most important, and I totally get where she's coming from, is no, just because this is a fashion game that has fashion elements, it is not copying Royal High. It is not a Royal High heavily inspired game. I feel like as a community, we really need to move away from comparing every single game to Royal High. Yes, Royal High made like these fashion type games very popular and famous, but it doesn't mean that any new games come out now are related to those in any way. And one thing she said, and that's something that people need to keep in mind, is when you say, oh my goodness, that's a ripoff, or that's a copy of Royal High, that's really minimizing and taking away from the hard work that these developers are putting into the game. It's not like they're going and copying and pasting from other games. They're really putting a lot of their energy into making something new, and I really feel like this game and Monsterverse and other games like that are going to be something new. So please stop doing that. That's really not fair to these developers who want to create games. Yes, sure, there might be things that look similar or they got inspiration from because they saw it, but that doesn't mean that they're just straight out copying. Now, obviously, if they're using assets that are exactly from that game, sure. But we're really judging these games way before they even come out, and I feel like we need to stop doing that, because that's really not something that people should do. And so she really wanted to make a point to say that no, they're not a copy. Yes, there might be wings and halos, but that's also because this game takes place in the skies and the heavens, and it totally fits in with the lore of the game. So no, it's not a copy. No, they're not rare items. These are things that you can actually purchase in the shop, but yes, they will be part of it, but it is not a Royal High copy. And the next question that I asked was, how many NPCs will there be in the game? So she said there are going to be 5 to 30 NPCs per cloud, and remember we've seen 4 so far, And there are going to be plenty that don't talk, but there will be ones that you will want to talk to. There'll be NPCs that are giving quests. Some are just walking around doing things in the world like you would see normal players. But a lot of these will play vital roles, and you're going to have to talk to these characters to do questing, and they will play important parts for each cloud. So again, like 5 to 30 per cloud is really cool, so that's exciting. And also she said that there's going to be like a leader or a goddess of each cloud. And then my next question goes along with that. Will there be voice acting for the NPCs? And she said that yes, there will be voice acting. However, of course, some of these characters won't have any, but she also then stressed that there's going to be singing, which we did know some of that from the concert area, so it'll be interesting to see if a lot of these NPCs sing or not. The next one was, will there be plus size bodies? I know a lot of you find that as something important to represent all different bodies. She said right now her body bases aren't completed. They're redoing a lot of it, but yes, there'll be plus size bodies. There'll be masculine, feminine, but there'll also be something that we haven't seen, which is a strong buff girl in Roblox. So that's really exciting to see what that's going to be like, because really we haven't seen that. We've seen your dainty feminine ones, but not like your masculine buff ones. My next question was, will body bases be able to wear masculine and feminine versions or sets at the same time? I know this is something that comes up a lot with a lot of the other games, so they did say yes 100%. However, some sets will be just for one body at times, and then others will be for obviously the other, but they'll make up for that with future sets along the way. The next question was, how many sets are completed so far? And we've already seen some. Elysia said at the moment there are 12 sets, 12 masculine and 12 feminine that are completed, a ton of accessories, but of course there'll be plenty of more that are there and done before it is actually released. My next question was, will you be able to do custom faces or pre-made faces only? She's like, yes, you will definitely be able to do custom faces. However, we're not sure if it's going to be released with the game or if that will be a later feature update. So far, the faces that we have seen are really cute, so I can't wait to see more of that. My next question was, can you tell me more about the mini games? So I did talk a little bit more about the mini games before in the last video. However, it has changed a little bit. They are reworking those. So some that are planned for now are childhood games or memories that you have already had as a kid. One will be hide and seek. And no, it's not going to be like a scary, spooky version. It'll be just like your regular hide and seek. And then another one will be jump rope. So we'll have to see what that means. So there's not really going to be a whole lot of horror elements in the games because they want it to be kid friendly, but there will be some when it kind of comes to dealing with the goddess of nightmares and such. They also said that minigames will give you lots of experience and currency, and it will help with leveling as far as farming and stuff. Of course, questing will be the best, but the rewards will be masteries for minigames, and if you master them completely, there might even be a little surprise. And then the next question that I asked was, will there be combat in the game? So we know this one's going to be like more of an RPG. So they said this game is inspired by Magical Girl, like Glitter Force, My Little Pony, Lolly Rock, and more. So combat's going to have a similar gameplay as those. And also in special events or quests, you'll get to fight gods and obtain sets for them, which I think is really cool. So right now the plans are going to be weapons like magical staves, cute swords, bow and arrows, cute spears, and more. So that's really exciting to see. My next question was, what can you do to farm? I get this one a lot in new games that I am promoting. So they said that there are a lot of different ways to farm. However, doing quests is definitely the essential way and one that will help you level up the most and will be the best way, obviously. However, you're able to do things like treasure hunting, mini games, collecting coins across the map, but none will be quite as beneficial as questing. So that's definitely what you want to focus on. My next question was, what is the game's currency? So they shared this picture before and we didn't really know what it was for, but the currency is raindrops. So I'm not sure if each person will have one of these or what, if it looks just like this, but this is what you'll be collecting your raindrops in. So I think that's just a really cute premise since it is DreamClouds. My next question was, will there be special events or holidays in the game? And the answer is yes, definitely. Moon, the owner, plans to go all out for special events and holidays, and especially Christmas. So we don't know what it's going to look like yet, but that's exciting because a lot of people do love these type of special events in their games. The next question is, what are the rare items? So we already kind of briefly touched on this earlier, but the rare items are not halos and wings. The rare items are actually charms. They're not just an accessory, but they are also boosts in the game. They grant you a luck boost, an experience boost, currency boost, damage boost, and more. These charms will also give you a special visual effect in the game, sort of like this one in the picture. You will be able to put the charms in weapons, as they will have a special slot for them to give you a powerful boost, a visual effect, and an ability. You can even place them on certain accessories. So that's really cool. I love this idea, and we already knew that there were going to be weapons anyway, so it'll be really cute to be able to kind of customize your character based on these charms. And I mean, just look at that special effect. That is really cool. I can't wait to see something like that in the game. The next question is, are there any perks to be a badge holder? So a lot of people ask this, so I think it's interesting that they have something in place. So now when someone has a badge, we can actually give out the badge, and when we do that, you can get their item as well. So these are some examples so far that have been revealed of items that will come from badge holders, so I really think that's cool. And then it will also, there will be a way you can show off your collection of badges. So really, really neat, and I do have mine in the works, so that's going to be exciting to see it when it comes out. The next one is, can you tell me more about the Goddess of Dreams versus the Goddess of Nightmares? So the Goddess of Dreams is the ruler of DreamCloud City, a beautiful place with amazing people. She always wants to help everyone she can, but she hasn't always been the ruler of DreamCloud City. Someone else ruled it before her. She always views people in a positive way, well, everyone except the Goddess of Nightmares. She actually despises her. While she tries to help others accomplish their dreams and reach their goals, the Goddess of Nightmares ruins it by causing fear and making the others stop trying because they're too afraid to fail their dreams. What might have to happen to the other ruler? I promise you'll know as soon as you finish the in-game tutorial, which is really amazing. So the Goddess of Nightmares is the ruler of the Cloud of Terror. Is nothing but evil, cruel, and creepy. She is always there, so she's the reason why you can't sleep, and also the reason why you have nightmares in the first place. She only attacks when one is weak or could be strong but have that negativity surrounding them. I assure you, you don't want to befriend her. She doesn't have a heart, but why is she like this? You will know in the tutorial. So the Goddess of Dreams on the left here, this is not when she's in her good form, she said, which is kind of interesting. And then obviously this Goddess of Nightmares is also not in her true evil form either. So that's going to be interesting to see. And my last question was, how many developers are working for DCP? So she said that right now there are around 51 developers working. However, there are times when some of them are on break or hiatus or are on vacation, and so not everyone is always working at the same exact time. But that's also exciting to know that they have such a huge team, so that means they should be able to accomplish a lot of different things that maybe we don't see in some of these smaller games. So that's really exciting to know that they really have all this potential to create an amazing game, which obviously we see in some of the screenshots that they have shared so far. That's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's a little difficult to do the Q&A type videos on a game that hasn't been released yet, but I hope this helped give you more information about DreamCloud Paradise. And thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye, Raindrops.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.